Welcome to Moto Rambler.
Hello YouTube, welcome back. This is the second part of my trip home from Roan Mountain, Tennessee. Again, as I stated in the previous video, I'm trying to keep them short but highlight the roads a little bit. This is Tennessee 107. Apparently it goes up and over something called Iron Mountain. It's a great road, nice and wide, got a lot of good twisties in it. Thought I'd just put it in here because it is a really fun road to climb up and over the top of. Really enjoyed this part of the ride, and it eventually led us to NC 80, sometimes nicknamed the Devil's Whip. It's also a really fun road. We'll get to that. I'll mention it when we get to it. But I wanted to talk a little bit about age and being able to do less than what you used to be able to do. When my father got older, he was a little quite disabled actually, and he couldn't do anything without losing his breath. He had COPD. And it was hard to watch, but it was also hard for me when I'm helping him and trying to do some of the things that he couldn't do, because we all have our own ways of doing things, even if we're doing them for someone else. In my father's case, I would do something, but he would have done it a different way. And we would have conversations about it. Sometimes he'd get frustrated, and I could tell he would get frustrated. And I would get frustrated because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm helping you. I'm doing this for you. Now that I'm older, I recently had an on-the-job injury. I hurt my shoulder, behind my shoulder actually, it's in my upper back. And I've been out of work now for almost 2 weeks. And they tell me I've torn up all the muscles back there, and they're waiting for workers' comp to approve physical therapy to try to get me back into shape. But they also told me not to use my right arm, and when I'm just hanging around doing hardly anything, it hurts. The point of all this is that now I can't do a lot of things at home. My wife's outside mowing right now. There's all these things that I did all the time, I can't do now. And it's frustrating. I feel horrible. I feel like I'm letting them down. I feel like I'm not pulling my weight. I feel like I'm in the way. And it's making me think that, that must be what my dad was going through, and other folks that I had lost within the last little bit of time. As they got older and they got less able to do things, I now understand a little bit better their frustration level. They're not frustrated with the people that are trying to help them. They're not frustrated with the way people are helping them. They're frustrated with themselves, their inability to do the things that they used to do. They're feeling inadequate, and it's not a good feeling. And I'm just wondering how many of you have run into a situation where you weren't able to do some of the things you used to be able to do, how you managed to get through it, how do you approach it? It's something I'm kind of navigating a little bit. Every day I'm trying to navigate my way through it, spending a lot of time looking at these videos, watching videos, making videos, trying to come up with subjects, which this one kind of took off on me. Didn't even expect I was going to approach this subject. But just, what do you think about it? Now, getting back to the video, this is NC 80, like I said, and I'm coming down, gets a little more residential here. But coming right up, there is a house on the right with a blue roof. And as I approach it, I realize there's all kinds of sand and debris in the road. My instinct, right here as we go around this house, you'll see me cut inside to the inside part of the corner. And I stand the bike up. When I get to the sand, I lean it back over. I put it in a little slow motion because it's hard to see with the big shadow there. But there's a thick sand on the inside of the corner. And that's where I took the Goldwing, was through the thicker sand on the inside of the corner. It wasn't something I consciously thought of, but the sand had spread all the way across that entire lane. Now, there was less sand closer to the yellow line, thicker sand toward the inside apex of the corner there. My instinct took me to the inside, stood the bike up as much as I could, and then was able to never even come close to going out of my own lane. My thought process after the fact is, well, if I'd gone to the outside of the lane, the yellow line, would I have been able to force myself to keep that bike leaned over? Because as you can see, I love digging into the turns. Would I have crossed into the oncoming lane? And if so, if there was a car coming, good luck with that. Wondering how you all handle all that. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.